I think I've got some other things, some other cats I want to skin, some other things I want to get into.
Well, I mean, what does extended vacation mean?
To quote Stevie Nicks, I think I have to go my own way.
For over a decade, Richard Rawlings and Aaron Kaufman defined an era of automotive television, transforming Gas Monkey Garage from a modest Dallas workshop into a global phenomenon. Their hit series Fast and Loud didn't just showcase custom car builds. It captured the combustible chemistry between Rawlings' shrewd business instincts and Kaufman's unparalleled fabrication skills. Together, they turned rusted shells into coveted masterpieces, built a multi-million-dollar brand, and introduced car culture to living rooms worldwide. Yet behind the roaring engines and televised triumphs, their partnership was a high-wire act of creative tension, one that ultimately reached its breaking point. The story begins in the early 2000s when Richard Rawlings, a serial entrepreneur with stints in printing, firefighting, and used car sales, envisioned creating something revolutionary in the automotive world. He didn't just want to restore cars. He wanted to reinvent the entire concept of a custom garage. The missing piece came in the form of Aaron Kaufman, a then unknown fabricator whose technical skills were matched only by his creative vision. Kaufman wasn't just a mechanic. He was an artist who spoke in a language of torque and horsepower, capable of transforming rusted relics into rolling works of art. Their first meeting was anything but promising. Rawlings, ever the showman, saw potential where others saw scrap metal. Kaufman, typically reserved and intensely focused, cared more about the integrity of a weld than profit margins. Yet from these contrasting approaches emerged something extraordinary. The early days at Gas Monkey Garage were filled with late nights, creative breakthroughs, and financial gambles. Rawlings would acquire derelict vehicles for pennies on the dollar, while Kaufman and his team would perform what appeared to be mechanical miracles, turning forgotten classics into valuable showpieces. The turning point came in 2012 when Discovery Channel launched Fast and Loud, a show that perfectly captured the garage's unique energy. What made the series compelling wasn't just the cars. It was the undeniable chemistry between its two stars. Rawlings played the fast-talking deal-maker, always pushing for faster turnarounds and bigger profits. Kaufman served as the show's technical conscience, the quiet genius who could solve impossible mechanical challenges with a grunt and a welding torch. Audiences responded to their authenticity. These weren't scripted characters, but real people with a genuine passion for automotive excellence. As viewership grew into the millions, so did the demands on their partnership. The show's success transformed Gas Monkey from a local business into an international brand, complete with merchandise lines, live events, and licensing deals. With this growth came new pressures. Kaufman, who thrived in the focused environment of the fabrication bay, found himself increasingly pulled into the spotlight. The meticulous craftsman who preferred solving engineering problems now had to contend with filming schedules, production demands, and the constant scrutiny of reality television. The cracks began showing during season 10, when the strain of their diverging priorities became impossible to ignore. Rawlings, ever the entrepreneur, saw opportunities to expand the Gas Monkey empire, new business ventures, product lines, and media projects. Kaufman remained devoted to the craft itself, yearning for the days when building cars took precedence over making television. Their professional disagreements weren't about ego or money, but about something more fundamental: what Gas Monkey should represent in the automotive world. Kaufman's departure in 2017 sent shockwaves through the automotive community. Fans speculated about behind-the-scenes conflicts, but the truth was more nuanced. As Kaufman later explained, "I didn't leave because of Richard. I left because I needed to get back to why I fell in love with this work in the first place." His subsequent projects, including ArcLight Fabrication and the series Shifting Gears, reflected this purist approach, focusing on technical innovation rather than entertainment value. Rawlings, meanwhile, continued to grow the Gas Monkey brand in ways that reflected his vision. The garage expanded its operations, launched successful merchandise lines, and even open a live music venue. While some purists criticized this direction, Rawlings remained unapologetic. "We didn't just build cars, we built a lifestyle." That was always the plan. What makes their story compelling isn't the drama of their split, but what it reveals about creative partnerships. The very differences that made them successful, Rawlings' big picture thinking and Kaufman's technical mastery, ultimately pulled them in different directions. Yet neither could have achieved what they did alone. In their prime, they represented the perfect balance between art and commerce, between craftsmanship and showmanship. Today, their influence can be seen throughout automotive culture. The barn find phenomenon they popularized has become its own cottage industry. The emphasis on fabrication skills over simple restoration has raised standards across the hobby. Perhaps most significantly, they proved that car culture could be both authentic and accessible, that you didn't need to be a gearhead to appreciate the stories behind these mechanical works of art. Looking back, what endures isn't just the cars they built or the episodes they filmed, but the standard they set. In an era of manufactured reality television, Rawlings and Kaufman gave viewers something genuine. The unfiltered passion of true craftsmen and the unpredictable energy of real personalities. Their partnership may have run its course, but like the classic cars they resurrected, its value only appreciates with time. The final word might best come from Kaufman himself, who reflected years later, "What we did at Gas Monkey wasn't supposed to last forever. The best builds never do. What matters is that for a while there, we showed people what's possible when you stop worrying about the rules and just make something great." In an industry often divided between purists and entrepreneurs, between tradition and innovation, Rawlings and Kaufman proved that the most interesting place to be was right at the intersection. Their legacy isn't measured in ratings or revenue, but in the countless enthusiasts they inspired, the next generation of builders who learned from their example that in the world of custom cars, the only real limit is imagination. And that perhaps is the most valuable restoration project of all.